Well. It is 7:30. It's time to begin. Game 3 of Week 3 of Season 2 of the Aliva Superstar Baseball League. We have some news. There were 2 trades that took place last night between our last 2 game days. And 2 different teams traded with my team. So there were 2 trades, both of them involving me. I will pull them up now. So, first, the Fury and Lightning. The Fury traded away Green Drybones and Daisy, along with a 6th round pick for next season, while the Lightning gave away Yellow Pianta, Diddy Kong, and a 4th round pick for next season. So the Fury trying to trade away some decent players, still getting some good players from like Yellow Pianta, but hoping to trade up in the draft for next season to make better on what's been a poor season for them so far. So they're deciding to start tanking and hoping for a better result next season. Meanwhile, the Lightning, with them currently being in 2nd place, are looking to go all in on this season. They also did make one trade to counteract that bad pick trade. They traded Red Pianta away to the Rocketeers in exchange for Toadsworth and a 4th round pick while giving away a 5th round pick. So traded back up 1 round. Overall, the Lightning traded away a 5th round pick for a 6th round pick, traded both Piantas and Diddy Kong to take Toadsworth, Green Drybones, and Daisy. The Rocketeers, hoping to get some extra power from Red Pianta. Their only other power hitter is Firebro right now. And they're hoping to get a little bit more competitive with this trade. They have done a good job against the Tax Evaders so far in the series, but have lost both games due to a couple innings where they just had a ton of runs scored against them, and they couldn't really get any big innings going back themselves. So hopefully with this trade, they're looking to get some more power into their roster that can give them some explosive innings. So with that, the teams updated are as follows. The Tax Evaders roster stayed the same. The Flock and Stars both stayed the same as well. Fury, Lightning, and Rocketeers have shifted some players around. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think we are ready to get into this first set of games. And let's see who is playing first. I forget. It is the Fury and the Flock. Wow, each of these matchups has one of the teams involved in a trade. The Fury with their new Pianta and Diddy Kong. Let's see. Okay. So now we are still at the Flock's home stadium, which they are led by their captain, Birdo. Whereas the Fury are now captained by Diddy Kong. Flock, they have Luigi, Boo, 2 Shy Guys, Blue and Green, 2 Toads. Hold on, let me grab those. Blue and Purple Toad. They have Green Noki and Blue Pianta. Pianta, Birdo infield, Boo pitching, of course. Luigi on 3rd. There are Toads in the outfield. I believe Noki is right field, yes. This is true. Blue Toad's over in left. He's a little bit faster, that's a good call. And here, Green Shy Guy is on 1st. That should be the lineup. Now the Fury with their new team captain and a couple new members as well. They have two dry bones still, gray and blue. Paragoomba and Goomba, Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, as well as now yellow Pianta. And as for the positions, we have blue dry bones, shortstop, gray bones is second base. Yellow Pianta is in center field. Paragoomba is the catcher, with yellow Shy Guy on third. Yes, this is their lineup. Boy, oh boy, back to the flock for their batting order. Of course, they are using starred blue Pianta, as always. Birdo, blue, Luigi, green Noki, blue Toad, purple Toad. That's good for them. The Fury, they will also be starring their Pianta, moving him second, right below yellow Shy Guy. And then they have both of their dry bones. Diddy Kong will be up a little bit. Same spot that Daisy was. And this is the Fury's new lineup with their Pianta. And that should be about it. Now we are on Bowser's Castle, the home stadium of the flock. 7 innings, no mercy. And let me real quick save this state. Alright, and we are ready to begin the first game of the night. Here we go. The Flock and Fury face off for Game 3 of Week 3, but we do have a change in the lineups, as you can see in the players over on the right side. The Fury no longer have Daisy, instead they have yellow Pianta as one of their top players. They also traded away a Dry Bones for Diddy Kong as well, so that they still had a captain character. The Flock were not involved in any of the trades this week. Their roster is the same, but still just as threatening. And yellow Pianta starts off his career at the Fury with a good double straight over blue Pianta's head. And that brings up the two dry bones that are left on the Fury, blue dry bones and gray dry bones. Boo using a star pitch there. Dry bones hits that one. It's grounder and thrown to first for the out. 2 outs on the inning. Yellow Shy Guy did not make it on base. Gray Bones hits it right to blue Pianta. He's able to jump and grab it, and that ends the inning. Nothing scored for the Fury. Now the bottom of the first, the Flock take their first at-bat here with green Shy Guy. Shy Guy slaps it, but that's a Dry Bones sliding catch. Next Shy Guy is up. Blue Shy Guy. He watches 2 strikes go by and takes the third pitch for a strikeout. That is Diddy Kong's first strikeout on the Fury. And now against blue Pianta, that's a ball hit deep and fast. It bounces off the thwomp. And that's a good single for blue Pianta. Ball had a little bit too much force on it. If it was a little weaker, maybe he could have stretched it out for a double. Ooh, good sliding grab by Gray Bones. Off that ground ball from Birdo will be thrown to first to end the inning. Zeros for both of these teams to start off. Now Paragoomba is the first batter here for the Fury, and that will be a hit over blue Pianta's head. That brings up Goomba with chemistry. He charges, but it's straight to Birdo. Birdo uses her suction catch, and that's the first out of the inning. Brings up Diddy Kong for his first at-bat on the Fury. He's got a 1-1 count so far. Watches that inside ball, 2-1. The count is 2-2 now. Diddy Kong slaps it straight past Luigi. That's down the baseline for a single for Diddy Kong. Now 2 runners on base for Baby Mario. Just 1 out on the inning. But not quite the runners in position for a sac fly. Baby Mario watches 2 outside balls. Make that 3. Is Boo gonna walk Baby Mario? No, that one curves through the zone and is popped out to right field. 2 outs on the inning. Now it's Baby Luigi's turn. Baby Luigi watches a strike curve through the outside. Runners are trying to steal, and Paragoomba's thrown out. That's the end of the inning there. Flock up to bat. They'll start off with Boo, making it to safely to first. That ground ball was hit to Dry Bones, but he was a little too slow to get up and throw. A good slap by Luigi there over to right field is going to get him on base. Now that's 2 runners on base. Green Noki up to bat. There are no outs so far. She watches that pitch go by. Strike 1. Next is a fastball that goes for strike 2. Diddy Kong throws that one in the zone. Noki slaps it, but it goes foul. And Noki slaps way early on that one. That's a strikeout. Blue Toad up to bat next. Takes strike 1 looking. Second pitch is slapped foul. Star hits it through the middle. Dry Bones grabs it, but can't make the play at second. That is a base hit for Toad. That brings up the other Toad, Purple Toad. Diddy Kong star pitch, but it's hit through the infield. That'll bring a run in. The Flock take the lead with the first run of this game. And bases still loaded for Green Shy Guy. And still just 1 out on the inning. Shy Guy's got 2 quick strikes though. And a star pitch from Diddy Kong. He's hoping to strike him out, and he does. That's the second out of this inning. Both of them have been Diddy Kong strikeouts. He's star pitching again. And that's a strike. Next one's a curveball, and Blue Shy Guy misses a star swing for strike 2. Another star pitch from Diddy Kong ends the inning right there. Great pitching job by Diddy Kong there to get out of the inning. Only gave up 1 run, but in a bases loaded situation, that's honestly not that bad. Baby Luigi slaps it over to Birdo. She bobbles it, and Luigi makes it safely. Now we've got leadoff hitter, Yellow Shy Guy, who slaps it straight line drive to Luigi. Yellow Pianta charges and hits this one deep. That's into the gap. That's a home run. A home run on Bowser's Castle from the brand new addition to the Fury. Yellow Pianta making his mark here. He's only had 1 home run on the season entirely with the Lightning, and he already has one in one of the hardest to hit homers on stadiums. If I'm the Fury manager, I'm really liking the direction of this new roster. And that'll bring up Blue Dry Bones. He's got a 1-2 count. Slaps this one through the infield. And makes it safely to base. Gray Bones slaps that one over the infield. That'll be another base hit. The Fury have next their RBI leader. Well, not anymore with that yellow Pianta 2-run homer. But Paragoomba, the only other player on the Fury with a home run. He's got a 1-2 count. He star hits it, but it goes foul. And a swing and a miss is a strikeout. Strike one is a looking. Second ball is hit to Luigi and thrown to second for the out. They end the inning at 2, but the Fury now lead. The Flock with a blue Pianta, hoping to hit a return home run. Instead, they'll slap line out to Yellow Shy Guy. Didn't have to move for that one. Birdo up now. Good contact on a deep shot to right field. That's not quite out of here. That will hit the top of the wall, though. Birdo's going for 3, and she makes it. Great triple from Birdo there. And that brings up Boo. Boo is one of the best batting pitchers. He may not have the best pitching stats. His ERA is not bad. I think he's got second best ERA. He doesn't have a whole lot of strikeouts. But his batting average is really what makes him a great player, despite that. As Birdo's thrown out trying to go to home off of Boo's single. Now Luigi makes it on base for a single himself. There's 2 outs. The Flock are still down by 1. Swing and a miss from Noki there. Diddy Kong gets strike number 2. And a fastball looking is strike number 3. That ends the inning with Green Noki striking out. Diddy Kong leads off the top of the 4th for the Fury. He's got 1 strike and he hits the second ball to left field where it is caught by Blue Toad. 1 out now. With Baby Mario up to the plate, he slaps it, but Blue Pianta gets there. 2 outs for Baby Luigi, no one on base. First 2 are looking, 1 is a ball, 1 is a strike. A fastball is slapped to Luigi and thrown to first to end the inning there. Great efficient inning for the Flock. Now they are up on offense to try and make this deficit up. Blue Toad charging, hits it past the infield on a good line drive. Makes it to first off of that. Purple Toad up now. Also hits a line drive, but it goes straight to not the Shy Guy, straight to Dry Bones, and is thrown to second for the out. Now we've got Green Shy Guy back, with a runner on base and 1 out. Makes contact there, but that one goes foul. That was a very high ball. That one's also high, but that one is catchable by Baby Luigi. He makes the play, and that's 2 outs on the inning now. Blue Shy Guy will have the next at-bat trying to bring home Purple Toad. He hits a good line drive through the infield. And that's a single. That brings up starred Blue Pianta. What will the Flock's top player do? One of the top, I believe, 6 players in the league. He'll strike out to end the inning. That's not what you want to see from a player of that caliber. But hey, the power hitters are known for striking out. That brings up the Fury's offense yet again. They're hoping to extend their lead. They start with the top of their lineup with Yellow Shy Guy. A slap gets past Birdo, and that's a base hit for Yellow Shy Guy. Now a runner on base for starred Yellow Pianta. Makes contact there. That is high and deep. That is not another home run. It's off the thwomp. But that puts runners on the corners. With no outs and 2 runners on base, Blue Dry Bones will star hit to bring a run in. That's a 3-1 lead for the Fury. These team changes seem to be working very well for them. The Dry Bones are still consistent base hitters, and with the Yellow Pianta for the power potential, this team is really coming together. Gray Bones slaps into the outfield, and that'll load the bases. There are still no outs on this inning. Paragoomba, hoping to get some RBI here to claim his title of RBI leader back. He charges and puts it into the outfield, and it'll be a sac fly, bringing Yellow Pianta home. It ties him with Yellow Pianta for the most RBI on the team. Now we have regular Goomba charging. Contact on that one. That is high. Is that to the wall? No. Green Noki catches it. And Goombomb? I thought for a second maybe. Now we have Diddy Kong, the new captain of the Fury. What will he do here? He has 2 strikes and just 1 ball. Takes ball number 2. The 2-2 pitch is star hit. Goes into center field. Purple Toad grabs it, but not before another run scores. 5-1 Fury lead. The Fury are looking to get their 2nd win of the season here against the Flock. The Flock have only lost 2 games so far, both of them being to the Rocketeers. Baby Mario up to bat now, hoping to drive in some more runs. He hits that star pitch, and it gets down in the outfield. That's 1 run, maybe 2. Yes, it is! Diddy Kong makes it home. A great slide from their captain, and that is a 6-run lead for the Fury. Baby Luigi also slaps on base. And they have 2 runners on again. Now with 2 outs on the inning, this is a little more dangerous for them. Could end at any moment, and that might be it. Birdo does not make the play. Yellow Shy Guy is safe at first, and that's bases loaded for starred Yellow Pianta. He hits this one deep. Is that a grand slam? Yes, it is! The Fury are up big here in Game 3 of Week 3. They traded for that power, and it is immediately paying off for them. 2 home runs in the same game. They're up 11-1. Why are the Piantas good on every team but mine? What the hell? That is crazy. He had 1 home run, starred for 8 games on my team. And now he's got 2 in his first game for the Fury. I think he just hates me. Anyway, we've got 1 Dry Bones on base. Gray Bones will pop it out to left field. That ends the inning. But 9 runs for the Fury is a big lead. The Flock are down. They'll need to get a couple big innings if they want to come back from this one. They start with Birdo here. Birdo slaps foul. At least you won't be the only team to lose to the Fury anymore. Hey, don't say that. Game's not over yet. If you can come back in the 7th inning, so can the Flock. That's not a good start for them. A slap from Boo is caught by Yellow Shy Guy. Luigi, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on base. And now 1 ball as well. Watches strike 2 go by. Makes contact there, slaps it over to left field, and that's a base hit for Luigi. He's one of the flock's better players with 15 RBI and a great batting average, over 500. Green Noki up now. She's got 2 strikes so far. Star hits this one, but it curves foul. Hey, it hits a star pad though, so she gets that star right back, only to strike out looking on the next pitch. Why is Yellow Pianta in center field? That is a great question. I do not know. They had Paragoomba out there, and they switched Paragoomba to catcher and put Yellow Pianta in center field. I don't quite get that one. But hey, that's what they wanted. A good slap from Toad there will bring in 2 runs, 11-3. Yeah, I honestly feel like you just switch Paragoomba and Yellow Pianta, and that's probably better. The Fury do get the force out there to end the inning. The Flock still down 8 with 2 innings left. Paragoomba, a bad slap, pops up to Blue Pianta. Almost an infield fly, wasn't quite high enough for that though. A line to Birdo, what the hell was that bobble? That was the highest bobble I think I've ever seen. Boo makes the play on it, so that's out number 2. And Diddy slaps it straight to Birdo for out number 3. 3 up, 3 out. Not what the Fury want to see, but they're up enough. They still feel relatively safe. The Flock are the ones down big, still behind 8 runs right now. Blue Shy Guy slaps it out to Blue Dry Bones. Great diving play there. Now we have starred Blue Pianta. Yellow Pianta's homered twice this game. Will Blue Pianta get 1? Not on that one. He grounds over to Gray Dry Bones. But the bobble secures him a base hit. Or not a base hit, but him to be safe on first. Blue Dry Bones grabs that one and turns the double play with the help of Gray Bones. That ends the inning for the Flock, bringing up the Fury's offense yet again. In the top of the 7th, this is the last inning. This is the Fury's last chance to pile on some more runs. And the bottom of this inning will be the Flock's last chance to make up that deficit. Strikeout on Baby Mario is a good start for the Flock. Now Baby Luigi hits one deep to the outfield. It gets down. And that's a base hit for Baby Luigi. Yellow Shy Guy slaps onto first, and that will bring up Yellow Pianta yet again. Yellow Pianta charging, misses that first swing. Strike 1. Charging again, makes contact. It's a line drive to left field. That loads the bases. Baby Luigi goes home, but he's way out there. That was a bad call. Now they've got 2 outs on the inning. One more mistake will end their offense. But Blue Dry Bones hits a good line drive to the outfield. That's going to bring in 1 run. 12-3, they extend their lead to 9. Will Gray Bones be able to get 1 more? Doesn't want to swing at that star pitch. That's fair. Watches the second pitch go by as well. 2 strikes for Gray Bones. He star hits it. It's to Birdo, but a bobble on the ground ball will secure another run for the Fury. 2 runners on. And Paragoomba up to bat. Paragoomba watches that pitch go straight over the plate. Strike one. Star hits it over to Birdo. This time she doesn't bobble, and that ends the Fury's offense. They scored 2 more runs in that inning, though, to extend their lead back to 10. The Flock, down big. This is their chance. Their last chance. Boo starts off. That was a very mistimed swing. 2 strikes. And 3. A strikeout is 1 out on the inning. Luigi up now. Takes the first pitch as a strike. Swings way early on the second one. Watches the third be an outside ball. And watches the strike out right across the plate. 2 outs now. The Flock will need to be perfect here. No more mistakes. A missed star swing from Green Noki is a big mistake. Misses on the next slap. And will this be the end of the game? Yes, it is! A strikeout from Diddy Kong. 3 strikeouts on the inning. Diddy Kong is popping off with his pitching. Yellow Pianta did a great job with his batting to give the Fury their 2nd win of the season. This trade has worked very well for them. Both of those players they gave away, or they traded for, have done very well, and in fact, Yellow Pianta is the deserving MVP. He hit 2 home runs, one of them a grand slam, with 6 RBI on the game. Blue Dry Bones had 2 RBI, Gray Bones 1, Paragoomba 1 as well. Baby Mario had 2 RBI. Overall, a great job from the Fury with their offense. Goomba had no base hits. They still had a couple struggling players down here. But the top of their lineup really did enough to make up for it. Diddy Kong got 10 strikeouts in one game. Used 4 star pitches to do so, but that is well worth it if you're winning a game with 10 strikeouts. As Boo only has 2 strikeouts, but he also used 4 star pitches. So that is an interesting difference there. On the offensive side for the Flock, Green Noki got no base hits. Boo only went 1 for 4. Purple Toad got all 3 of their RBI. Luigi got 3 for 4. Green Shy Guy going 0 for 4. Blue Shy Guy going 1 for 4. They did not have enough consistency in their bats this game. It was just an off game for the Flock and a great game for the Fury. And that's going to give the Fury their 2nd win of the season. What a big event. They may have lost the series, but they do win 1 game. And that will start the Fury on the road to redemption. They still have a chance to come back. You know, that is the 9th game of the season. Still plenty of time. There are 27 more games, so theoretically, they could go 27-0 from here on out and win the whole thing. It's possible. It's possible. Not likely at all, but it's possible. Moving on to Game 2. We have the Tax Evaders and the Rocketeers. Tax Evaders with a 2-0 lead in the series, as they are still undefeated on the season. The Rocketeers traded away Toadsworth for Red Pianta. Let's see if this Pianta will help them the way that it helped the Fury. So the Rocketeers are the home team. Yes, so we will go with Captain Yoshi. That is their captain. And then the away team is Captain Bowser Jr. The Rocketeers, they have Blue Noki. They have Red Pianta. Fire Bro. They have Yellow Magic Koopa. Red Koopa Troopa. And Green Koopa Paratroopa. They have Red Shy Guy and Dixie Kong. Let me see if I remember this. Yes, I did. Nope. Wait. Yes, okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, we second game this week. Yeah. Well, not week. This game day. I changed the order a little bit. Because the Stars and Lightning, they split the series 1-1, so I wanted to save that one for last. Because that is a deciding game in the series. You know, that one's important. The other two series were already decided, so I put them first. And this one was the highest run differential, so it got thrown in the middle. You know how it is. Oh. And that is the Rocketeers batting order. Now over to the Tax Evaders. Tax Evaders, their team is the same as it has been all season. They've got Bowser, Double Bro, Red Paratroopa, Green Koopa Troopa. They've got Peach, they've got Black Shy Guy, and they have Green Magic Koopa. Bowser on first, Boomerang Bro is the catcher, Hammer Bros in center field. Peach is their pitcher, of course, the best pitcher in the league. The lowest ERA, most strikeouts. Very, very strong pitcher. She's only losing it in a couple stats to Mario, but Mario's only pitched one game, so that's not really a fair comparison. It's a bad sample size, you know? That's what they say in statistics. I know about statistics. And now the Rocketeers batting order. They've changed it up a little bit. They're moving Noki to second. Or, wait, they're starring Red Pianta. I almost forgot. I just instinctually starred Fire Bro. But the team is different now. Then Green Para, Red Koopa, Red Shy Guy, and Dixie. Alright. Now moving on to the Tax Evaders. They're leading off with Bowser Jr., of course. Hammer Bro, then starred Boomerang Bro, Bowser, Koopa, then Para Koopa. Then Peach is next, yes, and then Shy Guy, Magic Koopa. Alright. And then we're playing at Mario Stadium, which is the home of the Rocketeers. Let me save this game. Alrighty, we are ready to begin. Game number 2. Here we are for game 2 of game day 3 of week 3 for the Tax Evaders at the Rocketeers. The Rocketeers have lost the first 2 games here at their home stadium. They're hoping to get a win today. They've also made a trade, as you can see over there. Fans still showing out, at least, yeah. They're hopeful with this new trade that the Rocketeers were a part of, that their team could actually win this one. They traded for some extra power. They sent Toadsworth to the Lightning in exchange for Red Pianta, who is another good infielder for them. Pianta is there on second base, hasn't been able to touch the ball yet, but is the new star player for the Rocketeers as well. They're taking the star off of Fire Bro, looking at how the Tax Evaders bros have done with and without their stars, and considering that it's probably more efficient to star Pianta, since Fire Bro can probably hit homers anyway. But it's not a good start to the inning defensively for them. They've given up 1 run already, a double to Hammer Bro, and that one is deep from Boomerang Bro. That's going to be a 2-run homer. Off the scoreboard, that one hit. And Boomerang Bro notches another home run, and he now takes the lead in home runs league-wide. Starred Hammer Bro has 19 home runs on the season. Unstarred Or Hammer Bro has 18, Boomerang Bro has 19. And then the other bro is also at the top of the RBI standings with 27 RBI and 12 home runs. Dixie Kong strikes out Bowser there. That is a good start. Green Koopa Troopa with a bomb, but not quite gone. That one bounces off the wall for a double. A double is still good for him as it puts him in good position for Koopa Paratroopa, who slaps one over to left field, and that is now runners on the corners. Peach up to bat now. She's got 2 runners on, just 1 out. A double play is what the Rocketeers are hoping for. They want to prevent any more runs from scoring, and that's the best way to do that. But Peach will star hit it. That one's into the outfield. Koopa Troopa grabs it, though. But it will be a sac fly that brings Green Koopa in. 4 runs here for the Tax Evaders so far. They do have 2 outs, though, so any more mistakes will stop their offensive pressure. Shy Guy hits this one high to the outfield, but Koopa Troopa makes the diving play. They stop the Tax Evaders at 4, which is not great, but with the power that the Tax Evaders have in their lineup, some runs are going to happen. It's just a matter of scoring your own runs, which we'll see how good the Rocketeers can do with that here. Not a good start for Yoshi. He strikes out. The new second batter, Blue Noki, got moved up the order and hits a good pop over the infield to get to first safely. That's a runner on base for Fire Bro, who lines this one through just above the infield. That'll be a hit for him, and Noki runs to third. Now, the reason Blue Noki was moved up is because Red Pianta is the next batter after Fire Bro, and they're hoping to get some chemistry on base for him to make his hits even stronger. He's got a 10% boost in his charge hitting power due to Blue Noki being on base, but he strikes out there in his first at-bat for the Rocketeers. 2 outs on the inning. That brings up Yellow Magic Koopa. Horrible start. It's 1 at-bat. We'll see how the rest of the game goes. Not 1 power swing attempt. That is true. He did not even try to charge. He's just not used to it, you know? He's not used to being starred. He was sitting on my team as the second Pianta. I was starring Yellow Pianta the whole time. That will end the Rocketeers' inning at 0 runs scored, bringing back the Tax Evaders. Routine ground play hit to Red Pianta, and he throws it to first for the out. A good defensive start for him. Bowser Jr. slaps one through the infield, and that's a single for him. That's chemistry for Hammer Bro up next. Dangerous to see, and that one is gone. A 2-run homer for Hammer Bro to tie him back up with Boomerang Bro in the home run standings. Hammer Bro, despite being now tied with Boomerang Bro for homers, is way ahead in terms of RBI. Mostly because he goes right before Boomerang Bro, so he clears the bases, and then Boomerang Bro gets a solo shot. I was about to say just like that, but that one curved foul. Doesn't swing at that one, and that's strike 2. And that's a strikeout on Boomerang Bro. That is big for Dixie Kong. Bowser up next. A curve across the corner of the plate goes for strike 1. Outside pitch is hit deep to the center right gap. And that's a double for Bowser. Next batter up is Green Koopa Troopa. This game's over. It's the 2nd inning, dog. They have 6 runs. This is not the 15-run inning. This is easily comebackable. The inning stops there. 2 more runs for the Tax Evaders. They're up 6-0. Green Koopa Paratroopa slaps on base there. That brings up Red Koopa Troopa with chemistry on base. Charges and sends it deep. It gets down. And that is a double for Red Koopa. With runners on second and third, Red Shy Guy is up now. Still with no outs on the inning, this is a great opportunity, very likely to score some runs for the Rocketeers. A star pitch is hit by Red Shy Guy. That'll be a sac fly to score the first run of the game for the Rocketeers. 6-1, Dixie Kong up to bat now. She takes the first pitch as a ball. Second one is slapped up the middle. That's a hit for her. And Red Koopa stays on third. Good decision. Yoshi up to bat yet again. They're back to the top of their lineup. Yoshi charges but doesn't swing at that one. That's strike 2. Next one is slapped just over Black Shy Guy's head. That'll bring in Red Koopa. Dixie Kong is also going for home. And she'll make it. 6-3. Rocketeers have cut the lead in half. And Yoshi makes it to second on that one. Still 1 out on the inning. They have Blue Noki up to bat next. Will she be able to continue this rally? Star pitch from Peach is hit foul. Blue Noki slaps the next one deep to the outfield gap. Is that one going to get down? No, it was too high, and Koopa Paratroopa gets under it. Now 2 outs with Hammer Bro up to bat. He's charging, but lets the first ball go. Charges, but it's an outside ball. Peach was trying to get him chasing. He swings at that one. That's a line drive. Put Yoshi on third. Yoshi's going home, and he doesn't make it. That ends the inning for the Rocketeers, but they score 3 runs there. And Koopa Paratroopa will start off for the Tax Evaders, and he hits it straight to Red Shy Guy. It's the first out of the inning. That brings up Peach. She slaps it, but Koopa Paratroopa, with his super jump, is able to grab the ball. 2 outs. Now we've got Black Shy Guy. Black Shy Guy swings, and it hits it through the infield. And makes it on base safely, putting 1 runner on for Green Magikoopa. Magikoopa watches the first pitch go by for strike 1. Second ball barely misses the corner of the plate. That's ball 1. Shy Guy's trying to steal. And a changeup from Dixie is slow enough that he makes it. Ball 3. The 3-1 count. This is the hitter's count, is what they say. Star pitch from Dixie is ball 4. She walks Magikoopa. Now Bowser Jr. up to bat. He's got chemistry. He lines it to Red Pianta. And that's caught for the out, despite a bobble. No more runs for the Tax Evaders. And that'll bring the Rocketeers up to bat with starred Red Pianta leading off for him. Hits this one high. And it gets down just in front of Hammer Bro. That is a base hit for Red Pianta. Charge. He did a little bit. He just didn't get enough. Now Yellow Magikoopa misses the second one for strike 2. Hits that one straight to Black Shy Guy. And that's a line out. Next up to bat is Green Koopa Paratroopa. We have all 4 Koopas in this game, so it gets a little confusing when I'm talking about the colors and whether or not they're Paratroopas. But he makes it safely to first, although Red Pianta is thrown out at second. Red Koopa sends one foul. Second one he misses, 2 strikes. Third one goes for an inside ball. Fourth pitch is missed. Swing and a miss. Strikeout ends the inning with a none for the Rocketeers either. And Hammer Bro is up to bat. Misses a slap on that first pitch. Charges the second and hits it foul. Now he'll charge on the third and send it. Gone. That one was a hard hit. Solo home run for Hammer Bro. And that'll put the Tax Evaders up 7-3. That ball was absolutely smoked. Now we've got Boomerang Bro to see if he can do that. And yes, he will. Good contact on a high hit. And that's a solo homer for Boomerang Bro as well. Next up is Bowser, and he certainly has the power to do it as well. Tax Evaders up 5 runs here. Dixie curves that one to be ball number 1. And Bowser slaps that one to the outfield gap for a double. Base for Green Koopa Troopa, who slaps it to Red Pianta. They throw to first for the out. Can't get Bowser at third. And we've got Red Koopa Paratroopa. There's 1 out and a runner on third. Now would be a good time. Ooh. I was going to say for a sac fly. That one was almost a line double play. The green or yellow Magic Koopa isn't able to make it back on base in time. So just 1 out there. Brings up Peach. She slaps this one high, but Blue Noki should be able to get there. And that's the end of the inning. 2 solo homers for the Tax Evaders, but nothing else on the inning. Their lead is 8-3. The Rocketeers in the bottom of the 4th, hoping to score a couple runs, cut that lead down. Swing and a miss for Red Shy Guy on that pitch. He hits this one to the outfield, and it gets down. That will be a double for Red Shy Guy. That brings up Dixie Kong now. She takes the first pitch as a strike. The next one is an outside ball. Third pitch is slapped foul. So it's a 1-2 count. And that one is a star pitch from Peach, but it gets slapped up the middle. Good contact from Dixie, and that is a base hit. Runners on first and third, no outs on the inning. Yoshi up to the plate. Slaps this one just over the infield. That'll be a run scored. 8-4. They've scored 1 run so far, and now they've got Blue Noki into 2 power hitters. The power hitters are guaranteed, barring a triple play, which would be rather insane on this stadium, as there are no hazards that could confuse the runners. Said Blue Noki slaps it over the infield, and that's a single, but Dixie doesn't run. She doesn't trust the ball to get down, and she's thrown out at third because of it. So now there's only 2 runners on base for Fire Bro, who charges but misses on that one. Watches that second one go for a strike. That barely clipped the plate. Third one he hits high, but it's to the center fielder, and that's an out. 2 outs, but chemistry for Red Pianta. He charges, but lets that first ball go. Makes contact there. It's a line drive to right field. They'll try and get Yoshi home. And they will. 8-5, the lead is back down to 3. And Red Pianta scores his first RBI of the season with the Rocketeers. I guess I should have said his first RBI with the Rocketeers. He has several RBI on the season. Yellow Magikoopa striking out to end the inning there. So they make up those runs scored, but don't get anything else. 3 innings left in this one. The Tax Evaders start off with Black Shy Guy. He hits this one high, but it is straight to Yoshi in the outfield. And that's a pop fly for out number 1. That brings up Green Magikoopa, who takes strike 1 looking. Second one is lined to Yellow Magikoopa, and that's 2 outs. Bowser Jr. up now. Watches ball 1 go by, the changeup. The 1-0 pitch is a strike across the outside. That one is thrown for strike 2 down the middle. It's a 2-2 count. That one just goes outside of the plate for ball 3. Bowser Jr. makes contact there. That is high. Is that gone? Yes, it is. A great shot from Bowser Jr. And it's another home run for the Tax Evaders. This one not from one of their top 2. Their lead is back up to 4 runs now. Hammer Bro hits this one. It gets through the infield. And that's another base hit. That puts a runner on with chemistry for Boomerang Bro, who will slap the first pitch foul. Second one is watched for strike 2. Changeup from Dixie will notch a strikeout to end the inning. They stop the Tax Evaders at 1. Now the Rocketeers have their chance to answer back. Them answering with as many runs as the Tax Evaders scored isn't bad, but they still need to make up the couple runs they were down from earlier in this game. So they're going to need a little more than 1 run here. If they want a good chance for later in the game, at least. They can certainly still win at any point in the bottom of the 7th, but they want as few runs that they need as possible. Just less pressure, the better. As Red Koopa notches the first hit of the inning there. Red Shy Guy up now. Slaps this one over the infield. It gets down for a hit. Red Koopa's going for third, and he makes it. Now we've got Dixie Kong up with 1 out and a runner on third. That is caught by Green Magikoopa, but they don't turn the double play off of it. Rocketeers still have another chance, and they'll have to do it with Yoshi at bat. A star hit would be big here, but the first 2 pitches were both balls. Next is a swinging strike. And second strike is watching. Yoshi takes ball 3 there. It's a full count with 2 outs. And it's a swing and a miss on the star swing for Yoshi. He tried his best, but couldn't get it. That ends the inning with nothing for the Rocketeers. And brings up the dangerous part of the Tax Evaders lineup. Wait. No, never mind. This is just Bowser. This is Bowser into the shitters. There's one dangerous player. If they can get through Bowser, the rest of the inning should be easier, and they strike him out right there. Very valuable strikeout from Dixie. Now it's Green Koopa Troopa. If they can get the next 2 batters out, and then get 3 quick outs in the next inning, they will avoid the power hitters from the Tax Evaders entirely. But that is a big if, as Dixie has thrown 3 balls to Green Koopa. That one is slapped to the outfield for a double, making it all the way to second on that hit. I guess he's not Koopa the Quick for nothing. Red Paratroopa hits this one deep to right field, but it's caught by Red Koopa Troopa. 2 outs now. Peach up to bat. Peach slaps it to Yellow Magikoopa, and that ends the inning. Pretty much best case scenario. There will be one power hitter at least, Bowser Jr., but he's only barely a power hitter. So that is still a better situation than having all the bros up next. The Rocketeers do have to score some runs themselves, though. Blue Noki hits this one to the outfield gap. That should be a double for her. And it is. That brings up Fire Bro. No outs, a runner on base. He slaps this one through the infield. That's going to bring Blue Noki home. They score a run off of that. It's 9-6. Still one runner on base for their next power hitter as well, Starred Red Pianta. Pianta's been 2 for 3 so far this game with 1 RBI, but no big power hits. Let's see if he can get one here. This one is lined but foul. He'll have another chance, but with 2 strikes, it's a dangerous situation. He swings early, and that's a strikeout. That brings up Yellow Magikoopa. That was the first out of the inning, and they still have 1 runner on base. Yellow Magikoopa hits this one straight up to Green Koopa, and that's the second out of the inning. Next is Green Koopa Paratroopa. Slaps it, but it goes foul. Hits it, another foul ball. Peach throws this one, and it's a strikeout. That ends the inning. 1 run for the Rocketeers, but they're still down by 3. If they can stop the Tax Evaders here, they have a chance in the bottom of the 7th. And that's a good start. Red Pianta makes the ground play. That brings up Green Magikoopa, who slaps the first pitch foul. Next pitch from Dixie is hit up the middle by Green Magikoopa. That's a good base hit. And now that's a runner on base chemistry for Bowser Jr. Not what you want to see. He hits this one high. Is it gone? I don't know. It's right by the wall. It's not. It's off the top of the wall. But that is a single for Bowser Jr. This is, however, chemistry on base for Hammer Bro, which is arguably worse. Not arguably, that is significantly worse. He's at a 1-1 count so far. Dixie gives him a fastball for strike 2. And another fastball is star hit to the outfield gap. That's going to bring in Green Magikoopa, maybe Bowser Jr. as well. Yes, that's going to be 2 runs. 11-6. They're still not done yet. They've got Starred Boomerang Bro up. And that's gone. That is a 2-run homer for Boomerang Bro. That's going to be 13-6. Tax Evaders lead. Looks like the Tax Evaders are having another explosive inning, and it's here in the 7th. This is all but guaranteeing their win. They've still only got 1 out on the inning, and they've got Bowser up to bat. He's got a 1-1 count. And he sends that one gone. Bowser hits himself a solo home run. And during an incredible comeback from the Rocketeers, I think that the Tax Evaders have sealed the deal here in the top of the 7th. They're up by 8 now. 5 runs on this inning alone. Green Koopa Troopa, the next batter for the Tax Evaders. has a 2-1 count so far. Make that 2-2. He slaps this one through the infield, and that's a base hit for Green Koopa. Now there's Red Koopa Paratroopa, who slaps it above the infield. That'll be a base hit, and they send Green Koopa to third. Runners on the corners for Peach. Will she continue the rally? Yes, she does. A slap down the first base line will bring in a run. Next up is Black Shy Guy. There's still only 1 out so far for the Tax Evaders. The Rocketeers need to end this inning. That gets down for a single for Black Shy Guy. Next is Green Magic Koopa. Green Magic Koopa hits this one a dribbler along the ground. It's thrown to first for the out. Despite that, the Tax Evaders do manage to score a run on that play. And now they bring up Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. hits this one high. It goes foul, though. Far outside ball. Swing and a miss is strike number 2. Can Dixie end it here? Yes, she can. A fastball will stop Bowser Jr. in his tracks. But a 7-run inning for the Tax Evaders is a 10-run lead. Rocketeers need a big inning here. That's not going to be the way to start it. A pop fly to left field. Down by 10 with 1 out. Red Shy Guy takes strike 1 and strike 2. Third pitch is taken looking as well. That is a strikeout for Red Shy Guy. Next up is Dixie Kong. 2 outs. She slaps the first pitch foul. That's strike 1. Next pitch is star hit to Green Koopa Troopa, and that'll end the game, being thrown to first. A good try for the Rocketeers, but again, just 1 big inning for the Tax Evaders, and it's all over. A 10-run win for the still undefeated Tax Evaders. They move to 9-0. The Rocketeers are now 2-7. And I believe they are tied in terms of conference record with the Fury. And tied in overall record as well. We will have to go to run differential, to which I believe the Fury, with their win, will move up into 4th place, barring the Stars getting the win in their last game. But the Fury will pass the Rocketeers. If the Stars win, then that means the Stars will be 4th, with the Fury 5th and the Rocketeers in dead last. But if the Stars lose, they'll be last in terms of record, with the Rocketeers 5th and the Furies in 4th. So we'll have to see how the Stars do in this last game. That could determine some placements. With the Flock losing, the Lightning don't really have to care about this last game. At least losing it won't move them down in the standings. Obviously, a win would be nice. But yes, Hammer Bro is given MVP for this game. Makes sense. He had 6 RBI with 2 homers. Boomerang Bro had 3 home runs, but only 5 RBI off of them because Hammer Bro would clear the bases every time. Bowser got himself a home run. Bowser Jr. also got a home run. A couple more RBI from players down here. Peach, Green Madge. And over onto the pitching side of things, Peach notches 8 strikeouts. She uses 3 star pitches to do so, a 7.7 ERA. That is a bit worse than her current one, but still not bad. Still well above the next player. And Dixie doesn't have a great ERA herself, 20.57. She gets 5 strikeouts using 2 star pitches. And offensively, Some good and bad batters for the Rocketeers, a bit split. Red Shy Guy gets an RBI. Moving up, Red Pianta and Fire Bro each get an RBI. And Yoshi gets 3 RBI. Despite a bad start to this game, he managed to come back, getting hits in both of his last 2 at-bats. Good consistency from the top couple players here, but that 0 from Yellow Magikoopa really killed the Rocketeers' momentum. Every time the top players would get on base, and then Magikoopa would just end the inning, and it'd be over. A good try from the Rocketeers, a close game most of the way through, but again, falling just short. And that will bring us to our third and final game of the night. The Lightning and the Stars. The Stars are the home team. They are using their captain, Waluigi. And the Lightning are debuting a new captain, their third of the season, with Daisy. We get the Stars lineup all set. Monty, Toadette, Red Drybones, Red Magikoopa, Red Toad. Let me make sure I did this right. Stars. Red Toad's in right. Yeah, I think so. I remembered. Wow. That's awesome. Yellow Toad, Green Toad, Blue Magikoopa. Oh, forgot we have a Dry Bones, Green Bones. No more Piantas. PDDK and not Diddy. Hold on. Who else? Who else do we have? Why am I forgetting? Toadsworth, that's who. Wow, I forgot. So I think for this game, we are going to be playing Toadsworth in right field. That's true and correct. Mario in left. And PD at catcher. That was a perfect swap. And Green Toad in center. DK's on shortstop, though. I think this is correct. Blue Mage on first. This should be right. All right. Moving on to the batting lineups. The Stars, their whole roster has stayed the same. No changes for them. Wario, Waluigi, Magikoopa, Red Noki, Monty Mole, Toadette. And now, even though this is my team, I still have to double check everything, because there have been plenty of changes. We are starring Mario yet again, now that we don't have Piantas to fight for it. We're able to give it to Mario every game. He did very well with it, that one game that we did star him, hitting 2 home runs. So I am very hopeful that he will do a good job. Also, I want to put Drybones as a righty. I want to make Daisy a righty as well. And this should be good otherwise. I'm still the only person who actually changes the handedness, and it's probably fine because it doesn't really matter that much. At least it hasn't seemed to. I thought making the Piantas left-handed would significantly improve their contact, but it truly did not. But anyway, before this first game starts, we are going to take a brief intermission. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. And we are back. Back with game 3. At least I didn't stop it in the middle of the game like last time. Apologies for the intermission, though. And we are off at the races. Last game of the week, last game of the first quarter of the season. The Lightning and the Stars facing off yet again, but we see some different players over on the right side, at least for the Lightning. Still PD and DK, but now they have Daisy. Daisy is one of their top players, now that they've traded for her, giving away Yellow Pianta and Diddy Kong to the Fury in exchange for Daisy and one of the Dry Bones, Green Dry Bones. Toadsworth in his first at-bat with the Lightning makes it on base for a single, slapped right over Wario's head. Now PD Piranha will slap this one up the middle. I'd like to see him charging, but hey, a hit's a hit. And that's 2 runners on base for DK. He's got Chem with PD. I'd really like to see a charge here. Instead, he lets the first pitch go entirely. Second pitch is an inside ball. Next pitch is... Oh, I was going to say that's a ball. That barely clipped the outside corner. DK charges on that. Hits it deep. That is gone. A 3-run homer to start the game off for the Lightning. This lineup is a little bit experimental, having 1 slap hitter into both of our power hitters. But hey, it looks like it worked there. It's tough because we have like 4 decent slap hitters with both of the other Toads and Green Dry Bones. So I want to have all the slap hitters and then the power hitters, but that's too many slap hitters to put before the power hitters. Because I also need PD to show up as many times as possible. Big hit from Mario there, not quite a homer, but it's off the wall. Starred Mario. He's back. He did so well for us the one game. And now that we don't have Piantas, he's probably going to be our star player for most of our games. He makes it to third on that slap by Green Bones. That brings up Green Toad, who star hits it, but it's straight to Wario. And that is not quite the double play. Green Toad runs it out at first. It also scores Mario. So 1 out on that. Yellow Toad slaps through the infield. And Green Toad's going to third. He'll make it. Runners on the corners and 1 out for Captain Daisy. She could star hit here. She could just slap it through the infield. She is one of the better batting pitchers. Clean 500 batting average, nothing to scoff at. She's also a phenomenal pitcher, arguably the best. Peach is also a phenomenal pitcher, but Daisy, despite having less strikeouts in total, has pitched for less innings than Peach and has, in fact, a better strikeouts per inning. A good hit from both her and Blue Magic Koopa will bring in another run. It's 6-0 Lightning. Back to the top of the lineup and only 1 out. Toadsworth. Toadsworth star hits it above the infield again. That's going to be an RBI double for him. No, not quite. He stays at first, and Blue Mag does not make it home. A risky play there. Don't think we needed that, Magic Koopa. We're up 7 at the top of the first. We can play it safe. PD will hit it to Dark Bones, and that gets thrown to second to end the inning. 7 runs score for the Lightning. Toad swings and misses to lead off for the Stars. Second pitch, he watches for strike 2. Daisy sends this one a fastball. He slaps it, but it goes straight to Dry Bones, Green Dry Bones. Next up is Dark Bones. He swings and misses for strike 1. Next pitch is slapped straight to Yellow Toad. And that's another out. King Boo has no one on base, but he does have star power. So he is still a big home run threat. He misses the second swing, strike 2. And he charges and hits this one, but it goes foul. That is not a homer for King Boo. And he misses the next swing, and that is a strikeout. That ends the inning and brings up the Lightning's offense yet again. That's DK. He hits this one high. Does that stay fair? Yes, that's a home run for DK. His second homer of the game. He is building quite the argument for himself as one of the top players of the league. He had a quiet start for the first couple series, only scoring 1 home run in the first 6 games. But he has exploded here in this series against the Stars, scoring multiple home runs in multiple games. Wario slides for that one, but bobbles it off the diving grab, and Mario makes it to base safely. Green Drybones line drives that. That'll be a double for him. Mario is going to go home on that. And he makes it in time as Wario does not have Laser Beam. I always think he does. He's just like one of the fat guys that should have it. Because like it's DK, the Piantas. I feel like he fits the vibe, but it's actually Waluigi who has Laser Beam instead. Good slap hit from Green Toad. Puts runners on the corners. Now there's Yellow Toad up to bat. He's got chemistry with Green Toad. A charge hit wouldn't be a bad idea. It's a 1-1 count. He watches that next strike go by as well. But he charges and makes contact. Is that gone? I don't see the circle. I think it is. It's a 3-run homer for Yellow Toad. Another home run for the Lightning. Another Toad home run on the season. These Toads have been surprise power hitters. And that's a 12-0 lead for the Lightning. It is not looking good for the Stars so far. Daisy slaps it down the third base line. That is a beautiful single hit. At this pace, the Lightning are going to shatter the Tax Evaders' record for most runs scored. Tax Evaders are at what, 29 runs in a game? Or was it 28? Ooh, a slow diving grab by Wario to grab that ground ball is very slow, and it lets both Daisy and Blue Madge reach base safely. Star hit from Toadsworth straight up the middle, loads the bases. In fact, Daisy's going to go home, and she makes it. 13-0. While I check the highest score games. Ooh, Petey gets doubled off there, but Blue Madge advances to third. The record is 28 runs from the Tax Evaders. With 13 runs in the top of the second, I think we can do it. DK up to bat now. He's got 2 strikes, but he star hits this one. It curves to center field and will bring in 1 more run. It's 14-0. Star to Mario up to bat. Good contact there, and that's gone. Another home run for the Lightning. That's 16-0 in the top of the second. The Lightning on a tear this game. Those trades were really, really helpful. Getting rid of the inconsistent power of the Piantas for more consistent slap hitters was apparently exactly what the Lightning needed. The pitcher trade for Diddy for Daisy didn't even really matter that much. The defense was already decent, but now the offense is too elite. The defense doesn't even really matter. And they get another base hit from Green Drybones. Green Toad will finally end the inning there. 9 runs scored for the Lightning. I'm liking the look of this new team. I'm liking it. You can't tell because there's no camera or anything, but I'm rubbing my hands together as if I were some kind of evil leader. But the Stars offense comes up, and Wario gets struck out by Daisy. Next is Waluigi. Waluigi slaps it down to the left field and makes it to first base safely. A good base hit from the Stars. Will Red Magikoopa be able to capitalize? He hits this one. A bobble off the sliding catch. It's a fair ball, but Waluigi did not run to second, so he gets thrown out there. They get one out anyway. I have no idea whether or not to count that as an error or not, because they still got an out on the play. I can't really count that as a base running error for Waluigi, because he, stayed at first because it was not going to be that was not going to be a fair ball. That should have been a catch. But maybe him not running as soon as the bobble happened? I don't know. Because the bobble could still be caught, and it very nearly was. I think I'll just record that as a normal play. I don't know what the hell else to do. But then again, how the hell else would I record the batter making it to base, but not... Because that was definitely like a reach on error. But the runner was also thrown out at second. Okay, I think that is a base running error for Waluigi. That's a reach on error, base running error as well. That is such a weird at bat, and I missed the entire top of the third, but it was like 3 batters, so it wasn't that long. I wasn't deliberating for that long. Anyway, back to the Stars offense. Monty's on base. Toadette strikes out there. Daisy has already racked up several strikeouts here against the Stars. Red Toad slaps this one up the middle. That will be another base hit. It's 2 runners on. The Stars are looking to score some runs here. They've got Dark Bones up next into King Boo. With only 1 out on the inning, anything but a double play would allow them to get King Boo up to bat here. Dark Bones will slap it. Mario makes the diving catch. And now there's 2 outs for King Boo. But he also has 2 runners on base. A big hit could drive them in. Strike 1 is a fastball. The second pitch is slapped. Deep to right field. That's going to be a run scored. 16-1, the Stars. Still down 15, but they're on the board. That brings up Wario. He'll star hit that first pitch. It goes deep to the outfield. Toad picks the wrong one. That's going to score 2. And get Wario all the way to third. Wario thinks about going home. That's a bad idea. Now we've got Waluigi up for the Stars. He'll slap it straight to Green Bones, and that ends the inning. 16-3, the Lightning still up big time. And in fact, still on pace to break the record. PD slaps that one foul. Charges on the next one, but lets it go for strike 2. Next pitch is another charge, and good contact. That's a PD homer. PD has not homered yet this series. That's his first one against the Stars. Took him a couple games to learn Waluigi, but he finally did it. And he's back on the home run board. PD makes it 17-3, but leaves no chemistry on base for DK. That's alright, he doesn't need it. He hits that one deep, and that's gone. Back-to-back homers from the home run threats of PD and DK. DK is 3 for 3 this game with home runs every single time. That is some insane consistency. from one of the top players in the league. Mario hits this one, slapped over the infield. That'll be a deep single for him. Now we have green dry bones into the double toads. Still no outs on this inning, and we're not going to have one here. Green bones makes it to base, and Mario even gets all the way to third. Green toad, no outs, runners on corners. Charges it. Wario recovers it, but doesn't make the double play. They only get one. Yellow toad. Two runners yet again. He's got chemistry with green toad. That ball was barely a strike, clipped the corner of the plate. That one was straight down the middle for strike two. And that's a star hit up the middle. Dark Bones slides, but the slide is too slow, and both the runners are safe. Mario gets home as well. Daisy hits this one deep to right field, but Red Toad's able to get under it. That's two outs on the inning now. Daisy wanted to join the home run fun, but she doesn't quite have the power for it. A great star hit from Blue Magic Koopa. And a body check from Green Toad, but Yellow Toad's thrown out going to third. They got greedy off that body check. The chem throw also probably did not help. That was probably what got the out there. But another couple runs score for the Lightning. That brings up the Stars. Down 20-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Red Magic Koopa lays down a good slap, getting on base. Red Noki up now. Watches the outside ball. Slaps the next one just over Green Bones' head. And that's a base hit for him. Or for her, my apologies. I often forget that the Nokis are all female. Monty Mole up now, takes strike number one, slaps the next one straight to Green Bones. And that's thrown to second for the double play. Solo double play there for Green Bones. That brings up Toadette. She slaps it up the middle. And that's a safe base hit. Now Red Toad has chemistry on base. Could we see another Toad homer? No, he'll star hit. But Toadsworth gets there. And with his super catch, that's a guaranteed out. The Stars again scoreless. 20-3, still down 17. Toadsworth lays down another beautiful slap, making it on to first. Next up is Petey. Petey charges, but it's a ball. The 1-0 pitch is slapped deep to left field, but Toadette gets under it, and that's an out. That brings up DK 3 for 3 for homers. Can he make it 4 for 4? First ball goes by as a strike. Next one is sent foul. With 2 strikes now, DK slaps it. It gets through the infield. He's 4 for 4. No longer all home runs. But still a 1,000 batting average. Next up is Mario. He'll slap this one over down the right field line. That'll bring home Toadsworth, put DK on third. 21-3. Green Dry Bones up now. Watches the first pitch go for strike one. Next fastball. Now it's strike two. And Waluigi sends the third pitch as a changeup that gets the strikeout. 2 outs on the inning. The Lightning have Green Toad, and he clobbers this one. Is that another Toad homer? Yes, it is. 3-run home run for Green Toad. And the Lightning extend their lead even further. They are going for that record. They've made some trades, and now they're rivaling the Tax Evaders in terms of runs scored. 24 runs. No team other than the Tax Evaders has hit that mark. No team other than the Tax Evaders has scored more than 16 runs in a game, with that honor being hit by the Flock and Rocketeers both. And the Lightning as well. All three of those teams have scored 16 runs in a game, but now the Lightning join only the Tax Evaders as teams scoring more than 20 runs a game. And with still 2 more innings, despite that one ending right there, they could certainly join them, tying the record or perhaps breaking it. Daisy ends the inning there with an unfortunate charge slap that gets lined out to third base. Dark Bones hits a slap ground ball over to the third baseman for the Lightning, and that gets thrown to first for the out. Now up is King Boo. He hits the first one foul for strike 1. Second pitch he watches for strike 2. Third one gets lined to DK. That's the second out of the inning. Next up is Wario. He's charging, and he'll hit it up the middle. It gets just past DK's reach, and that's a base hit for Wario. Now Waluigi, he's got chemistry on base with Wario, and he slaps it through the middle. That's another base hit. In fact, Wario's going for 3, and he makes it, despite the chemistry throw between the Toads. That was a close call. But Red Magikoopa will hit a ground ball to DK, and that ends the inning there. No runs scored for the Stars. Now the Lightning, they lead off with Blue Magikoopa, who will ground out to Wario. Not a good start, as that also gives the Stars a star. Toadsworth charges and sends this one deep to the outfield gap. Beautiful hit from him. He wants to show that he's not just a slap hitter. Next up is Petey. Maybe Petey can show him how a charge hit works. He's got a 1-1 count so far, with 1 out and 1 runner on base. All the ones. He's now watching a star pitch from Waluigi, and he hits it lined out to Wario. 2 outs on the inning. That brings up DK, who almost hits a home run, but this one goes foul. Strike 1. Next pitch is lined past Dark Bones. That puts runners on the corners, but Toadsworth goes home. That was a bad call. He does not make it, and that was not close. A scoreless inning for the Lightning. And the Stars, only down 21. There's a chance. There is always a chance, that's true. But down 21 is a lot. As you can see on the right, that is the entirety of the runs that King Boo has scored so far on the season. The Stars would need an absolute miracle to come back from here. Auntie Mole slaps it. Yellow Toad gets it, but does not make the throw to first. That brings up Toadette. The runner on base and 1 out. She takes the first strike looking, the second one swinging. Third one is slapped up the middle, and that's a base hit for Toadette. Now we've got Red Toad with chemistry on base. Doesn't want to charge at that outside strike. Next one is a fastball that he swings early on. And now Daisy hits him with a nasty curve, and that's a strikeout. Missed the star swing there, too. And now the Stars are out of stars. That's not confusing at all. Yellow Toad gets the ball, and instead of just tagging third for the force out, he throws to second, but they still make the play. The Lightning up on offense. They need 4 runs to tie the record. A line drive to right field will get Mario on base to start them off. Next is Green Dry Bones into the double Toads. A bit laggy. Green Bones will hit a fly out to Wario. It was definitely an air out, but I don't know how much of a fly ball that was. Green Toad has 2 strikes. Makes contact there, but it's hit to Dark Bones. They make an out at second, but can't get the runner at first. That brings up Yellow Toad with Chemistry on base. There's also 2 outs, so we'll have to be careful here. Yellow Toad star hits it, but Dark Bones grabs it somehow. That was way out of his reach, but whatever. And the Lightning have another scoreless inning. The Stars, down by 21. Can they pull off the miracle? Swing and a miss there for King Boo. He makes contact on that one, and that is long gone. Another home run for King Boo. And another run for the Stars. It is now 21-4. Or no, sorry, it's 24-4. Only down 20 runs now. What can Wario do? He hits a deep ball, but it goes foul. He hits another deep ball, but goes to the infield, or to the outfield gap. It's a deep single. And Chemistry on base for Waluigi, the captain of the Stars. He'll slap it over the infield, and that'll be another base hit. That'll even get Wario all the way to second. Or to third, rather. And Waluigi goes to second. Red Magic-Koopa also has Chemistry on base. Takes strike one looking. Second pitch is slapped. That's going to score a run, maybe 2. They get 2. 24-6. Stars down by 18. If the Lightning can end this game here, and that's a good strikeout on Red Noki. If the Lightning can hold them below, 8 runs? That will be a record for the largest differential in a game. A foul ball by Monty Mole is strike number 2. And a fastball from Daisy makes it strike 3. 2 outs, Toadette up to bat. She's got 1 runner on base. Charges at the first one, but doesn't swing. Doesn't swing again. That's another strike. And misses the third one. A strikeout to end the game. The Lightning score 24 runs in a game. They join the Tax Evaders in teams that have scored more than 20 runs. And they also set the record for the largest run differential in a single game. MVP is Donkey Kong for his incredible 3 home run game. The Lightning have 7 home runs total, 1 from Petey, 1 from Mario, 1 from each of the Toads. Great batting averages all around. Phenomenal performances from the Lightning's offense. The defense, Daisy notched 7 strikeouts, not even using a single star pitch. And a 7.71 ERA. For the Stars, Waluigi only had 1 strikeout. He used 1 star pitch. And their RBI came from 2 of them from Red Magic-Koopa, 2 of them from Wario, and 2 of them from King Boo. 1 with a solo shot homer. Dark Bones went 0 for 4 on the day. That's unfortunate. Red Toad going 1 for 4. Also unfortunate. The rest of their batters mostly got 500 or more, other than Red Noki. But generally, not a terrible game from the Stars. They just weren't able to convert those hits into runs. They must have just come from different innings, where like one player would make it on base, the next player would get out. Those trades are working out for you. It seems like it. The consistency in the batters that I got is so much better than the players that I gave away. Like, I lost the power, yes. But Daisy, with her pitching, did about as well as Mario did in his one game. So that's not crazy, but still a hell of a lot better hitter than Diddy Kong. Green Bones going 4 for 6 was phenomenal. Toadsworth going 5 for 6. I'm really enjoying this. I think these trades have put me in a new caliber. I think instead of being a tax evaders dominate, lightning rocketeers and flock fight for second, it's going to be tax evaders and lightning now up at the top. My team had the skill level before, but it was inconsistent, especially with those Piantas. Now I think the consistency was the biggest problem, and that's been fixed. I hope I don't have to eat my words later when I lose every single other game for the rest of the season. But I think I really like the trades that I made. I did lose a little bit in the draft, but with still DK and PD to retain for next season, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. But that is the end of our last game of the day. We had quite the exciting upset with the Fury taking down the Flock. Then the Tax Evaders and Lightning continued their top 3 win rates. And we're going to see a bit of a mix-up in the standings, but nothing major. And certainly nothing that these teams can't overcome. Especially since the Fury and Rocketeers are at the same record. It's just literally just run differential. There's a lot more baseball to play. Many more games. Next week we have quite the exciting bout of games. The Stars and Fury will face off. I would say both of the teams with 1 win, but the Fury got a 2nd win. They'll be looking to get a couple more against the Stars, while the Stars look to get some more wins for themselves. The home stadium is at the Fury, DK Jungle. That's the 2nd time that stadium has appeared. And the first time that the Stars will not be hosting a series. They hosted 3 in a row to start off. So they'll be away for the next couple. The next series would be the Lightning and Rocketeers rematching from week 1 already. Very strange how that works. They play twice in the first 4 weeks. And then the Lightning play the Tax Evaders twice in the last 4 weeks. So maybe for next season we can switch 2 of those games, but nothing to be done for now. Then the 3rd matchup is the Tax Evaders and the Flock. Will be happening at Peach Garden, the debut of the Tax Evaders home stadium. So stay tuned for those. Those games will be starting next Sunday at 7:30. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and farewell. Have a good night.